We have a big follow-up to an India Today investigation which was carried over the weekend. I'll show that to you in just a moment, but I first want to go across to Siddharth Singh. Siddharth Singh is a senior BJP leader. He's in charge of the party's campaign in Chhattisgarh, has spent the last several months over there leading this campaign on the ground. We also have Vinod Verma. He is one of the key advisors of Bhupesh Baghel in Chhattisgarh, key part of the Chief Minister's brain trust. But I first want to go across to Siddharth Singh. Mr. Singh, opinion polls showed that the BJP for a large part in this campaign was trailing in Chhattisgarh. Polls also showed that the Chief Minister had a certain amount of inherent popularity. Now, in the last phase of this campaign, this Mahadev scam has erupted in full earnest. Are you hoping that this Mahadev App scam proves to be a knockout blow for Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel, that this is something that could turn the tide for the BJP in poll-bound Chhattisgarh?
Well, Rahul, first linking up your poll survey with the Mahadev app or the ED charge sheet, I wouldn't go for that. One is your poll survey is a different poll survey which was done much earlier. I do remember seeing that. And this entire episode which is happening and it's unfolding on this 508 crores being allegedly being given to the Chief Minister, it's another issue. Now, whether it's going to help or not, I don't think the BJP is looking from that angle. It's a ED's investigation. ED has its own timing. One may question the timing. But at the end of the day, investigation doesn't follow the course based on the elections. And therefore, whatever has come to the fore, I think it's time for the Congress to come clean. The Chief Minister, rather than putting the blame on the central government, time and again, when it is known that he was investigating, and he himself has said that he was investigating for almost 2 years. So since 2 years, you were investigating, and the things which have been revealed in the video, which has come from the Dubai, does show that it was more like a hafta vasuli going on in Chhattisgarh.
No, but let's for a moment, Mr. Singh, look at what we have in the public domain. Yeah. This character Shubman Soni, who's supposed to be the founder of this app, has alleged that he gave 508 crore rupees to the Chief Minister and to his associates. As of now, there is no money trail in the public domain. You have one accused who's in the custody of the Enforcement Directorate, who is now leveling this charge. And the Congress, and we have Vinod Verma with us, and we'll speak to him in a while, they'll all turn around and say, "Aaj zabarsti karke bulwa rahe hain," because he's now accused.
It has nothing to do. It's a matter of investigation which the ED will be doing, but something which has come in the public domain and it is viral. It's a political parties will take these things up. Whether it's election or it's not an election, it's a duty of the political party, be it BJP or be it Congress or be it anybody, they would do it. So this is the way the BJP has reacted, and the BJP has reacted, rightly in a political fashion, and has all the rights to ask the Chief Minister and the Congress party to come clean. And why they did not ban this app all this while when you were investigating? That's the question we are asking, and the Chief Minister is continues to blame the central government. Why didn't you ban it yesterday when the center banned? Again, a Chief Minister doesn't know that the ban is allowed by the state. It's a state subject, and the state law does allow you to ban.
No, but you could have also banned the app. The central agencies have been looking at this case for a long time. All the Chinese apps were banned by the Ministry of IT.
Well, there are two different things. Yeah. A Chinese app is banned, or let's say, forget about the Chinese app. The central government under the MeitY, they are allowed to ban under the law if it is of national security, internal security, data collection is being done illegally, or it is anything to do with something of defense. That's the law which is defined. Now, once the ED is putting it across that it's a money laundering, and there is a suspicion of Dawood Ibrahim's younger brother being a partner in that, those people who are sitting in Dubai, then certainly the ED is making a request, and the center can look at it, and then a money laundering case, they can ban it. So there's nothing wrong. And
but you could have done this earlier. You didn't do it earlier either. You've done it just a couple of days before elections.
Why? The ED has just started doing something in September. The first charge sheet has been filed in September. Now they have come to know there is something of money laundering which is happening. Now when they submit the charge sheet, they submit the trail. It is not for me and you to discuss about it. It's the timing of the ED and the part of the investigation. So let's not question that. So therefore, to say why we have not banned it, I think the question goes back to the Congress. For 2 years you were investigating and more than 10 lakh people of your Chhattisgarh have lost money under this gambling app. Why didn't you ban it when you had the authority?
Okay. So I'll ask that question next to the spokesperson from the government. But for the time being, Mr. Siddharth Singh, all the best for
Thank you very much.
polling. Let's see how that goes. Thank you for joining us. That's Siddharth Singh, senior BJP leader, joining us with the BJP's perspective. Let me go across to Vinod Verma. As I said, he is a key part of the Chief Minister's brain trust in Chhattisgarh. Now, this is highly embarrassing. You've got the accused in a massive scandal alleging before the polls, that he paid the Chief Minister and his associates 508 crore rupees. Now, for a state like Chhattisgarh, that's big money that's being bandied around. Are you concerned that this could muddy the waters ahead of polling, help the BJP press the charge that the government of the Congress is corrupt, and could make life very complicated for you on the 7th?
When Rahul is speaking, I can hear it, but I could not hear Siddharth.
Okay, can you hear me or not, Vinod Verma? Can you hear me? Vinod, do you hear me well? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so are you concerned that this Mahadev App scam, which has burst into political limelight just ahead of the Chhattisgarh election, could help the BJP press and stick the charge that the Congress government of Bhupesh Baghel is corrupt, and therefore people should boot them out and give the BJP a chance? This charge, even though it needs to be proven in a court of law later, this charge has come at a very inconvenient time for the Congress. Vinod Verma.
I must say that the ED is embedded detectives group for BJP, and it has been giving ammunition to BJP to fight this election, because BJP is, they have no issues to fight this election with Congress. So what they are alleging, what they're saying is based on a statement from a driver or an unknown person who suddenly came up and say that, I am the owner of this Mahadev app. Just couple of days ago, that this person has been named as manager of this app by ED itself, and now they are saying that this person is owner of the app. So what happens to that guy Chandrakar and Ravi Uppal, who had been projected as the owner of the app and sitting in Dubai? See, this person from Dubai claimed something and video released. So far from yesterday, I have been asking my journalist friends and channels and BJP that, who has released this video? Where it has come from? What is the source? And if one has to believe on the statement of a driver and on one unknown person and say that, Bhupesh Baghel, who is elected Chief Minister of State, has taken some money, then you have to believe Satpal Malik also, who had been governor of 3 different states.
No, so what you're doing, Vinod, is giving a politically nuanced response, which is totally fine. But we're in the heat and dust of the campaign, and with just a few hours to go for polling to concern, are you concerned that this kind of muddies the waters for the Congress? That this message with the massive WhatsApp army that the BJP has, they've sent this message from the north of Chhattisgarh to the south, and that message is what has gone home, and now people are wondering, kya hamare CM ne 500 crore rupees khaye?
No, I'm not concerned. My party is not concerned. Congress is not concerned, because people know that, from where it is coming from and why it is coming from, and the timing of this statement, and the silence of election commission. So election commission is not saying anything, because the law says that, if something comes from an investigating agency and charges are framed, or the propaganda comes from the agency's statement, then it should be stopped. And election commission is not doing anything. But we are not.
But why did you heard Siddharth Nath Singh? We had Siddharth Nath Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party speaking before you, and he asked a very important question. Why did the Chhattisgarh government of Bhupesh Baghel not ban this app? You've been investigating this for several months now. You could have banned the app much earlier. In allowing the app to continue, you create the impression that dal mein kala hai. Why did the CM not come down harder if he had nothing to do with it?
Before he made this statement, I was under the impression that he is a learned person, but I have to change my opinion, because everybody knows that, this app is being run from international channels. They are sitting in Dubai, and they are operating this from Dubai. And a state government has no authority to ban any app which is being run or being operated from other countries. We have no jurisdiction.
No, you could have asked the central government to ban it. You didn't.
But Bhupesh Baghel, see, the DG Police has written this letter to several states that, this is happening, and let's work together and let's ban it. And Bhupesh Baghel ji in last 3 months made several statements that, the central government should ban this app.
But this scam was perpetrated on your watch in the state of Chhattisgarh. This scam could have happened in Madhya Pradesh, it could have happened elsewhere. It happened on your watch in Chhattisgarh. That by itself raises... Chhattisgarh is... it becomes a hub for a betting racket.
One thing is factually correct, that, the owner or the directors of this company and this app used to live in Bhilai, that is in Chhattisgarh, and they have started operating from abroad. They have never run this app from Chhattisgarh, and this app is not in Play Store. So what kind of ban central government is putting up?
No, but a senior BJP government leader is watching this broadcast, and the one question that's being asked,
what kind of ban is there?
The one question that's being asked is, Vinod, but you've been part of the Chhattisgarh government. Sir, you've been part of the Chhattisgarh government. You understand how governments function. If the government is asking for a ban, they will not do it verbally. In government, everything happens by a written order. Why did the chief minister not write a letter demanding that the app be banned? A verbal comment doesn't count.
Ban is banned.
So why did your chief minister not write a letter asking for the app to be banned? I have Vinod Verma, the political advisor to the Chhattisgarh Chief Minister, with us. We have Satya Prakash Singh, Deputy Director with the Enforcement Directorate. He's with us. We also have with us Dr. Javahar Surti, political analyst who's looking at Chhattisgarh elections very carefully. Vinod, before I finish with you, I just want to ask you that question which we couldn't connect about earlier, which is to do with the Chief Minister not writing to the centre asking for a ban. You said he made some public comments asking for a ban, but in government, when you want something to happen, you really do send a letter. You don't make a verbal request. Can you hear me, Vinod? You can't hear me still. Can you hear me, Vinod? Okay, internet connectivity in Raipur isn't quite as bad as it would appear with that live link. Let me go across to Satya Prakash Singh, who's been with the Enforcement Directorate. Mr. Singh, now this just seems highly convenient. A few days before the polls, this 508 crore rupee charge leveled by somebody who the books don't show is the founder, basically was projected as a manager, suddenly becomes one of the co-founders of the app, and he's alleging that 508 crore rupees were given to the Chief Minister. All we have from an investigation perspective is this character Shubman Soni making this charge. How seriously would you take it?
Good evening, Rahul. Getting to the basic of it, I am not concerned about the timing. I am not concerned about the timing. I am concerned about the evidence collected by the Directorate. See, what matters ultimately is the quantum of evidence, the quality of evidence being presented to the trial court. Let us remember that ED is also a party in any investigation, and the offence of money laundering, I always call it a Valentine Act in a lighter vein, because it always requires a partner of a predicate offence. In this case, the police had already filed a charge sheet in July 2022, Chhattisgarh Police. Thereafter, further FIRs have been added to this ECIR, an investigation under money laundering. Let us remember that the Act of Money Laundering also provides that the statements recorded by ED under Section 50 of the Act has evidentiary value, and furthermore, Section 23 of the Act very clearly provides that even if one or two interconnected transactions are established by way of evidence collected by the Directorate, the entire game of money laundering can be proven in a court of law. Therefore, the law has definitely recognized that the game of money laundering is always played under darkness. The kind of companies, the web of companies, the circuitous routes being taken by the players involved in the matter are very, very important. Therefore, the Act prescribes, it gives a different prescription by recognizing that even if one or two interconnected transactions are established by the Enforcement Directorate, the case of money laundering can be proved in a court of law. So what is moot for me is the evidence collected. I have no concern about the timing. I am concerned only about the law and the evidence collected.
Okay. So Vinod Verma, the ED officer, is saying the timing is of no concern, neither to the court nor to the Enforcement Directorate. They believe they have strong evidence, and that evidence is what will make it very complicated for the Congress government of Bhupesh Baghel. The timing, they say, is inconsequential.
Yeah, you see, as far as law is concerned, he was correct that we have launched the investigation. So far, more than 450 people have been arrested. Several cases have been launched, and in October 2022, the Chhattisgarh Police wrote to Google that your Play Store is carrying this Mahadev app, and please remove it because it is illegal. And on our request, this app has been removed from Play Store. So it is not correct to say, which INB Ministry yesterday said in the statement, that nobody complained about it. We complained about it, and that's when it was removed from the Play Store, 12th of October 2022. And now, as your report says, that the ban is futile because one can still bet on Mahadev app through links, and it has been operating through links after October 22. After we complained about it and it was removed from the Play Store. So it is the app is not required anywhere. It is operational by the links. And coming to your question, that he's not concerned about the timing. He was a law officer, and he is concerned about law only. But we are political people, and we are concerned about the timing also, because mere a statement by a driver and an unknown person who is claiming that he is owner of the app is making some statement, and BJP is using that statement as the evidence. Because the couple of days, let me complete. A couple of days before, ED has issued a statement, press statement, and in that statement they quoted that driver, and in one small line they say it is subject to investigation. If something is subject to investigation, how can one embedded detectives of BJP can say that this is the fact? It is not the fact. It is just statement of one driver.
Sure. So you're calling them embedded investigators of the BJP. So there is a legal case. There is a case in the public eye. We'll see how it plays out. The legal case in court and the public case when voting starts tomorrow. Vinod Verma, political advisor to Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel, for joining me on the News Track. Thank you very much. All the best for tomorrow and then for the second phase.
Thank you.
I want to go across to Dr. Javahar Surti, political analyst. He's been contributing pieces for the India Today group, understands the politics of Chhattisgarh. Dr. Javahar Surti, does this Mahadev App Bribegate case, in your view, potentially change voting behavior in Chhattisgarh, or do you think voter intent is largely cast and unlikely to change right at the fag end of the election campaign?
Yes, it's a very valiant effort by the BJP in the closing stages of the election. But the problem is the timing this time. I do not agree to the legal advisor. The reason is on 7th we have 20 seats which go to the polls, which are mostly tribal areas. And they are not concerned about the Mahadev App. It is the 17th poll which is going. So will you be able to prove something before the 17th to take some effect? As of now, it looks like it will not be very effective, the strategy itself. And the second thing is that corruption has not been a major issue in Chhattisgarh elections. It has been proven time and again.
Why not? Because given the mining mafia, all the lobbies that operate, Chhattisgarh really is the cabal of a lot of illegal activities. Why do you say Chhattisgarh doesn't see corruption as much of an issue?
I am not ruling out corruption. I am saying that the urban population in Chhattisgarh is less, and the rural population is satisfied with the rice schemes and freebies that are offered by the government, and corruption does not take a primacy.
What are the key issues that you think will determine what happens in Chhattisgarh tomorrow and then on the 17th?
The first thing is that the Prime Minister himself has reacted to the rice issue, which means that it's a primary issue. And then the Chhattisgarh government or Bhupesh Baghel's Congress has upped the ante by giving 3,200 as the minimum support price. So it's a major issue. The development of the urban areas has been a major issue that BJP did not pick up. The roads are in bad condition, but that is because they have studied that these don't affect the elections.